Well, the first process is we have to make the paint, so like the pigment, and we have to gather our material and put it in water and boil it to get the dye out of it. Then we let that boil, and then we go on to the next process of laking. That consists of us combining two chemicals, alum and potassium. Alum goes first, potassium will go second, and it creates like a process of where it separates the pigments, and that just separates and settles. So we let that settle for like a day and a half, and then next we filter laked pigment that we have, and we put it in a 1,000 milliliter beaker, a coffee strainer, and then a coffee filter. And then we pour the liquid in the coffee filter, and that just strains through. And then we let that strain for like 2 days. And then we take it out and we let it, and we separate it out and like spread it out, and that dries for the next like 2 or 3 days. And then we put it in a coffee strainer, we filter it, or not filter it, but we like wash it. So that's the washing part. And then we will wash it, and then it'll dry, and then that'll dry for like a week. And then we go on to the grinding process, where we grind the pigment in a motor and with a pestle. And then we create a fine powder. And then for the next process, we do the binding. And our binding agent is honey, egg whites, and some sort of alcohol. I'm not sure what it is. And then we'll grind that with, we will bind that with our fine powder. And then that'll create our final product of paint that you can now color with and paint with. It takes like 2 weeks to dry fully through, since it's kind of just like very thick. But yeah, well, I've learned that it takes a lot of patience and a lot of drive to want to do it, because it's a very long process, and you kind of have to like it and try to love it and stuff like that. And I've learned that I like the chemistry part of it, and seeing the liquids separate and the chemical reaction and things. Yeah. My favorite part would be the laking process and the grinding and binding, because I get to see how the chemicals react, and then the grinding, it's kind of fun to like grind the paint and then bind it with our binder.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Karina Rodriguez.